Hey, you! You're listening to the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed because you're an untouchable success. To support us and gain access to great exclusive shows like our brand new Supernatural watch-along Himboos, head over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. You'll also get your lucky little mitts on hundreds of episodes of our other exclusive shows like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Star Trek The Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, and the complete series of Fox Mulder is a Maniac. We do movie nights, game streaming, regular mini-series and surprise shows, and you can even commission your own podcast about anything you want, within reason. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain by heading to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed. Probably don't need help with that word. Ghosts.
Yeah.
Ghosts.
We love them.
We do. We love the ghosts.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
My name is David Bell.
My name is Tom Ryman.
And we just watched Insidious, Curse of Double Teeth.
You have a rare gift. The ability to travel into the realm between this world and the next one. But you can do something I didn't know was possible. You can bring demons back to the human world permanently.
Inside us. Inside of us.
Inside of us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's out of the further. Because they come out of the further.
Mm-hmm.
This is the sixth.
It's a real turn off the
Insidious?
dark. Real turn off the dark of a title.
Yeah, it is. It's 6, right? This is Insidious 6.
I'm the wrong person to ask. I was going to say up top, I have not seen all of the Insidiouses. I don't think I've seen any of them since the second one.
Okay, this is 6. That's wild.
That is crazy that there's 6 of these.
Okay, there's Insidious, Insidious 2. I remember The Red Door.
The
Insidious,
Lost Key, the final
Door.
chapter, right? Those are the other ones.
Fuck. Well, that was not the final chapter.
Clearly, yeah,
Thank
that
you
was a
very much.
lie. It's like
I
Doug's
don't
first movie.
remember. There's also one coming up called Thread and Insidious Tale. Wait. Okay, there was no final chapter. It was chapter 3. I couldn't tell you what the fuck chapter 3 was. Or The Last Key.
Don't know. I didn't see them, like I said.
The Red Door I watched. It has the kid all grown up because it's been, they've been doing this since
It's been all them years.
2011.
I thought it was 2009. Okay, so it's not quite as old as I thought.
Yeah. The Last Key. What could that possibly be about?
I don't know. Some
Anyway.
doors. It's all door related.
It's all door related.
door
This is number
stuff.
6. As you can tell, you
and
didn't
the Insidious
need to...
movies are door pornography for ghosts.
It is. This is like a reboot, soft reboot
It
ish.
seems like, yeah.
You didn't miss anything.
With
You
all
knew
of
she
our
was
all of our
dead.
favorite characters are back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lynn Shay, the one returning character across all these movies. It will never not be funny to me that she's choked to death by Patrick Wilson in the first film.
I know, and they just managed to keep her around.
Keep bringing her back.
Did you genuinely think that she was going to bring her out of the further in this? Because she can touch
Yes.
things out of... I was like, there you go, just bring her back.
Bring her
and then
back to
we're
life
in
so we don't have to
business.
worry about this shit anymore. So we don't have to constantly have her speaking through other characters
Yeah.
and just showing up in people's lives.
I guess we can go with our initial likes. Did we enjoy this? How did you like this movie, Tom? I have big thoughts.
I thought there was a couple of good ideas. The couch fort scene, just like we said when we watched the trailer, we were like, "That's not a bad idea," and in the movie, that's not a bad idea. And I appreciated that there were alternate takes. Like the trailer has a different version of that scene. Yeah. But no, I did not like this movie. I thought it was really boring. All of these modern pop mainstream horror is in a really sticky period right now. Every one of them feels like just a horror anime to me, where it's just like it's all of this lore This is how the spell works. This is how the spell works. This is how the demon realm works. This is how the demons work. This is what the demons want. This is what you have to do to stop the demons from getting what they want. It feels like lore stacked upon lore stacked upon lore, and there's no time for a story. And I'm just so freaking bored by the end of this because we're still making the same scary movie. It's all the same scares. It's still the same formula of the Conjuring Insidious movies. I don't know why I'd be surprised. It's the sixth Insidious, but it's still the same. They're not trying really anything new.
I'm really frustrated. Because,
boring as shit.
Yes, the first note I wrote was standard issue horror. Mm-hmm. It was mother with her daughter in a big house.
Yeah.
Yeah. The moment it was like her coming out of school and her like, hi, honey. I was like, do we need to see this?
Yeah.
Do we need to see her picking up her kid from school? And then her cop boyfriend, I was like, I've seen this a million times.
Yeah.
I've seen this house a million times. The generational trauma, the opening. Yeah. It was so, but like, what was frustrating to me is that this movie has a couple of choice scenes that I was like, I like these ideas. Mm-hmm. And I guess what I'm getting at is this is number 6, right?
Yeah.
Here's another thing I realized about this is I think trying to be to some extent Elm Street. It's Elm Street. I'm realizing that this has Elm Street vibes.
Oh, kind of. Yeah.
But the problem is, and I really felt it in this one, it's that it's a in-between world, perhaps between the living and the dead, an in-between world where it's too silly to be serious, but too serious to be silly. Where I was like, why aren't you dumber and funner, Insidious 6? You're Insidious 6. I could talk, Tom, for hours about the grapefruit scene.
Where she has this elaborate model with grapefruits with faces tattooed on them.
So for people who haven't seen this movie, you don't need to see this movie, but for people who haven't seen this movie, like this is almost a fun Friday night watch. Almost. Because it has some stupid shit in it that was like, lean into it. There's a character who's a tattoo artist. We meet her and she's tattooing a grapefruit. And she says like, it's better to practice on grapefruits than skin. Yeah.
Their skin's like ours. It's taut.
Yeah. Later we have a heist plan, basically, a ghost heist. And they, every movie, everybody knows this scene from a movie. It's someone... Con Air. It's what's that? Oh, that's a rock. We're going to draw a map, and here's where we are, and here we're going to go in here and do. And but she does it entirely with grapefruits that she has tattooed everybody's faces in perfect detail on, and all I could think
like little school portraits.
Yeah, did they all have to wait a day for her to do that? She's just
idly taking her. Also, she had to build that model. Like she made a little red door that was a trap door that she could roll the grapefruits through.
That was one of the wildest offers of this movie. I would believe the ghost world sooner than I'd believe that everybody stopped because time is of the essence, and everybody stopped for her to make this thing to explain a pretty simple plan. It was one where it's like just use salt shakers, but she tattooed portraits on grapefruits and then set them all up, and she's cutting them in half, and she's like, set up a shoot. It's amazing. It's an amazing scene. And it made me go, why isn't this movie dumber? This should be dumber. Make it this for the whole movie.
It was a real jam side down scene from Devil.
Yeah. Because why does the guy have 2 teeth?
Because there's a demon inside him, I guess. I don't know.
He's a human.
He's a human, yeah.
She does an x-ray of the double teeth. And so it's like, okay, he has double teeth.
There's there's a second head inside of him. He had a Baraka skull inside of his skull.
Yeah. But why?
Suggesting he's possessed by a demon, but we find out he's not. He's a living man that was just one of the bad guy's followers while he's alive. The bad guy is like this weirdo who's can also do the astral projecting that everybody in the Insidious movies can do.
I wrote Iggy Pop.
Basically, Iggy Pop, David Koresh, he built a crackpot church around it, which was an idea that I liked.
Yeah, I like that lore. It was fine.
He's like, yeah, I built a church around this idea that I can astral project myself into the realm of the dead. That's the thing of the Insidious movies. If you're not aware, listener, is the idea is some people are explorers or whatever they call them, wanderers. They astral project into like this limbo world while they sleep sometimes, and that's where ghosts live, who haven't moved on, and ghosts can possess that person or haunt them or do other nefarious things by connecting to these people who are basically conduits when they astral project. So it's
an upside down.
Essentially,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah. Which you realize, that's the thing, right? Is like, naturally, if you make 6 of these, you're going to go like, well, what is it? How does it work? What is all the things? And it's like, I don't care. You know, like the upside down, I would argue Stranger Things had the right to do it for better or for worse, because it's like, 6 fucking
so much was built
seasons
around it. Yeah. But that did have the same problem where it just sort of became a lore dump of a show.
And this is like, the more you do this, the more. That's why I started thinking about Nightmare on Elm Street, where I was like, there's a specific scene in this that is not scary. It's the little girl in the closet, and she's holding the dog, and then the dog is suddenly outside the closet. She looks down, and Iggy Pop's head is in, and he goes, roof, roof, roof. And I was like, that's a Freddy Krueger moment.
Yeah.
Why isn't he funny otherwise? He talks so much. The ghost talks.
He never shuts
so
up.
much.
That kills your ghost. Like the more your ghost talks and explains what it's doing, he just becomes Hans Gruber. Like he's just a bad guy. He's just like a guy with a gun at that point. He's not a ghost.
Right.
Like,
and that's And that was the thing. The most bored I was in this movie was honestly with the scary parts. Yep. That couch cushion scene is a good idea, but the first half of this movie is bad dream. It's scary sequence. Oh, it's all a dream. To the point that when the couch cushion scene happened, I was bored because I was like, she's going to just wake up. That's all that's going to happen.
Yeah, she's going to wake up back in her chair, yeah.
Yeah. And it's that problem where the first half they're like, how do we jump scare people, but we can't like end the movie? We talked about this with Slender Man, right? Where like Slender Man just kept coming up, and they do the thing that they always do where they go, the demon's trying to scare you a bunch to break you down. And it's like, why though? Because it seems like it matters. Yeah. Like it really doesn't seem like it matters.
And why does the 3 living, I don't know.
Characters are aliens in this too, by the way. The double teeth, when she finds the double teeth x-rays, she doesn't go like, hey, everybody come in here and look at what I...
Yeah, she tiptoes over to him and peeks inside his mouth.
Yeah, and it's like, that's a moment that any doctor would go like, whoa, I got to get my colleagues in here to look at this.
You want to come in here and see a Baraka head? You know?
Similarly, her cop boyfriend doesn't call for backup even when he finds dead bodies. And it's like he's like ashamed of what and it was just like, these guys are living in a neighbor's house. You could probably
They seem to have vanished, yeah.
Yeah, you could probably just call the actual police to do this, but they have to do their big ghost heist. It's very awkward. There's a lot of that.
It also becomes kind of Inception.
Yes. Yeah, they have to wake people up.
Like the cop has to break into that house and find them. They've buried themselves in the floorboards with their little oxygen tanks of opium, I guess.
And he tases the old lady in the neck, which made me laugh. There were several times I was in a theater of people who were not very entertained. And I had to like stifle laughter at a few points. That is not a hit against the movie. That's the stuff where I was like, you should have leaned into that. Like, this should be stupider, I think.
Yeah.
It's already a little stupid.
Because it's not scary.
It's not. It's jump scary, right? Where like the moment I knew, okay, it's all a dream every fucking time, I was like, okay, it's just going to jump scare me. It's going to give my body a jump scare, but it's not going to mean anything because she's asleep. And so there's nothing scary. You know, when you know they're not in actual danger, you just know like they're gonna go boo.
Right. It's like watching a horror movie for the 5th time.
Yeah.
And like the first couple of jump scares are her mom haunting her, which doesn't make any sense.
Right. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about that because then the movie tries to do too much because they try to do the thing where she's also acting like her mom, right?
Yeah.
But why? Because so she realizes that she's being haunted and they're breaking her down, right?
Yes.
And there's a specific point where they go like it's the part where she vanishes the television, I think. And so it's like this, okay, shit is real. I'm not crazy. We have to like get this ghost. And then it's between that and the grapefruit scene where she's just like sleeping on the bed and the little girl comes in and she goes like, get out of here, get out of here. And it was like, why are you doing that?
It is very abrupt. Yeah.
And also like, they don't set up this idea that she's like, I'm scared for that. If my little girl is in the vicinity of me, that she's going to get attacked. Like they want to do the thing, the generational trauma, the hereditary stuff.
They want the credit for doing it. Yes.
Yeah, but they don't earn it at all. It was like, why is she acting crazy to her daughter suddenly?
It doesn't make any sense. Right.
Because then they do the plan and then she brings her daughter to the neighbor and she's like, shit's going to get fucked up. I love you. And it's like, yeah, why don't just talk to her like that? Like, why would you scream at your daughter randomly like that? It's so...
Yeah, that was really strange.
And they're trying to do a thing about that where it's like...
Well, the funny thing with that is we learn that her mom, in the beginning, what happens is her mom is behaving erratically and kills herself in the bathroom by smashing her head against the tiles.
Yeah.
And sort of, behaving like somebody with borderline or something like that, like real severe, like night and day mood swings.
And if you know movies, like, oh, she's being haunted.
She's being haunted or possessed, yeah.
Yeah.
So she grows up hating her mom. But we learn that actually she was being tormented by the same, what did we decide he was? Iggy Pop? Iggy Pop David Koresh?
I called him Iggy Pop a bunch. He doesn't have blonde hair, but he's got the heroin chic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real Iggy Pop in a revivalist tent church energy. Yeah. He was tormenting her because she is also an astral projector. So she killed herself while holding on to him. So I guess that cast him like further into the further, like trapped her in the memory is what it is how Lin Shaye explains it.
There's a lot of rules like that where you're like, I guess. Sure.
So I think, but anyway, the reason I went through all that is so she's like, oh, she did that to protect me all this time. And it ends with their mailbox having peeled away to reveal the mom's handprint on it again. We see in the beginning like it's her mom's handprint and her handprint, and then in modern day it's her handprint and her daughter's handprint. And at the end, the paint in the middle is stripped away, so the mom's handprint is visible once again, suggesting that the 3 generations of these women who all have this power that drove the eldest one mad, but this middle generation has withstood it and will pass it on to the younger generation. It said it said a couple of weird things about like mental illness to me.
Right. I don't think it's thinking about it.
It wasn't, but it tried to say it. It reminded me a little bit of Lights Out.
Yeah. I don't remember Lights Out enough.
Well, the mom heroically shoots herself in the head in the end.
Right. Yes. And
the whole movie is a metaphor for mental illness.
Yeah, the mom in this heroically bashed her own brains.
Right.
For reasons that I still don't understand.
Right. Unclear.
By the way, we should explain that they have the power. Yeah, they have the power to bring things into and out of the further is the whole thing.
Yeah, like you said, Freddy Krueger, they do that in some of the nightmares.
Yeah, she's a dream warrior.
Yeah.
She has a special power. She's a special boy. And so the demons want to use her to get out, to then just torment people, I guess.
To be alive again.
Yeah, they don't seem to be like making the most out of it. Like if I was one of those demons, I would just immediately like leave. I'd be like, I'm going to Vegas, baby. You know, like I go enjoy life. I don't know why you have to like start killing her, and I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I didn't mind.
There's like henchmen.
Well, because you know how like the ghosts are in 13 Ghosts, or like a poltergeist.
Yeah,
like
they're all
I don't
fucked
mind.
up.
Yeah, I don't mind the characterization of a ghost being like, well, because a ghost in most descriptions is more like an emotion. Like an intense emotion. So like, I don't mind the idea of like, if you drag that back to life, it's a serious problem because it's just going to be crazy, like frenzied and violent.
And I think they made a note that the further ghosts are for the most part, they're supposed to be like evil, or like they've had some sort of problems, or they've been murdered. I don't know. There's an idea
it's not clear
that
because
further
Lin
ghosts
Shaye is there
moved
too.
on.
Yeah, they haven't. It's people who haven't moved on.
The neighbors are there. They do a joke with them in the further.
Yep.
Which that's
they should have been.
the
They should have done more of that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, this is number 6. It feels like maybe there was an instinct or a draft or someone in the room who did want to do that, who was like, let's have fun. And like someone else was like, no, it's got to be scary. And it's like, it's not scary. So just make it fun. They do this thing where the neighbors are like typical old neighbors where the wife keeps nagging the husband.
Yeah, and the husband's like, what? Yeah, he doesn't like hear her.
And then when they're in the further, they're pointing to signal something, and she nudges the husband to do the point
like,
too.
Oh,
yeah, and it's like, oh, that was cute. Like,
you're right, though. You're right. It is part 6 because it's Jason Lives. That was part 6. That's when Jason got silly. Freddy's Dead is part 6. I mean, Freddy was always cheeky, but like 6 is silly. Like 6 is just straight up slapstick.
Right. And for better or for worse, Insidious is one of the current million-part horror movies, right? Yeah. We talked about this with the Scream series. It feels like they're resisting the urge to jump the shark the way horror movies used to. And it's sort of like, they always want to do the reboots or gritty it up or like try. It's just like, listen, guys, it's number 6. Like,
yeah, and
it's number 6. I don't know what to tell you. Just have fun. Just do something stupid.
Definitely don't do the same ideas. Like, it's just all of these movies, it's the same jump scare. The ghosts you know exactly what all these ghosts look like. Like, it's
That's why.
Sorry.
No, this is why I will say I really enjoyed the third act because it got stupid. Because like in those first parts when Iggy Pop is like doing like eeny, meeny, miny, mo and shit like that.
Yeah.
And they're trying to be scary. And I'm like, this guy is talking too much to be scary.
He's literally saying eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, okay.
And they have him draw out the end. This is the reason you don't do that. It's because they have him draw out the end of it for effect, like you would in that situation, because that's the energy of it. And as he says mo, he's selecting the spookiest looking guy. The problem why you can't do that in a scary situation is because you have to draw out the word mo, and that's funny. It's not funny. Scary if you point at something and say mo.
Right. And again,
that's
him
not
barking.
Scary. Yeah, him barking.
I don't know what they thought that scene was going to be.
It's also the first time we see his eyes.
Yeah. You're right. It is.
He's just kind of looking real wacky.
Yeah. And so once it got to the point that a ghost is holding someone hostage via shotgun, is when you go like, okay, this is dumb. And they almost go full Evil Dead in one scene where like they're getting her nails and they're gouging her eyes. And I was like, okay, 2 things: make it R. And make most of the movie this. Like this idea. So spoilers.
This should have happened in Act 1. Yeah. All the monster ghosts get out.
Yes, what happens is that basically the evil ghost succeeds and uses her to get like fucking, I don't know, 20 ghosts.
So many ghosts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say it. Too many ghosts.
Too many ghosts. Yeah. And they are and so once you take the ghosts into the real world, they just become kind of monsters.
Just maniacs.
They're like
if you've seen 13 Ghosts, every single one of them is the jackal.
Yeah. And they're biting the walls, doing weird stuff.
Punching through the wall and eating the rat. I loved that guy.
Yeah. And it was like, all right,
This kind of
make
rules.
this R-rated. Yeah, do
this
the
kinda
ending of
rules.
Dead Alive, like...
I was expecting when they introduced the neighborhood and the neighbors, I thought, oh, the ghosts are going to spill out of the neighborhood and kill the neighborhood, and it's going to be like a Gremlins situation.
Yes, escalate.
That would have been sweet.
Shit.
Yeah. You got to start with the ghosts getting loose because the movie is called Out of the Further. Do that in the first 20 minutes, Chief.
Go fucking crazy.
Go hog wild. It's Insidious 6.
Yes.
Insidious.
For the love of God. The first half
Dave,
of this
did you
movie
hear
is
me? Insidious. Sorry.
Insidious. They should have called it that. The first half of this movie is such a fart. And it's just
fart.
like
the pillow fort scene's the only good idea.
It's a good idea, but even that I was like, again, I knew she was dreaming, so I was just like,
I still get the skin crawls. It still gets me.
Yeah.
It's like, she's getting out in the basement in The Conjuring, but still in that first Conjuring, but still like,
oh yeah,
when she falls through into the bottom at the end, you're like, I do not want to fucking be down here.
Oh yeah, that shit where you're like, I hate this.
I hate this. So when she sees like she's in this labyrinth, you're like, I hate this.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and that was neat, and they had fun with it, with the camera work and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it was still like
it wasn't a bad idea.
Yeah,
I'll give them that.
Yeah, it was very backrooms, frankly. They
honestly.
probably, it's parallel thinking. Like they were probably like, oh, cool, we have a backrooms type scene in our movie, Yeah,
put that in the trailer. But
yeah,
I appreciated them. I'll say the two things that I appreciated. I appreciated, like I said, that there were alternate takes for this sequence, so it spoils the sequence, but not entirely.
Yes.
It does play out differently than what it does in the trailer. And also, I thought this was going to be way more member berries. And it probably is more of it, but like...
It does a little bit of the red face guy.
You only see him once.
Bit.
You only see him like once. I thought like they have a popcorn bucket of him in the lobby, so I thought it was going to be way more like... Remember all these ghosts from so I appreciated that this one was kind of, here's a new guy, here's a new start. Here the ghosts are here because why not? He's bringing in a bunch of ghosts. Can it be the red ghost? Can it be the bride? Sure, why not? So I appreciated that they didn't go too much with that.
Yeah, No, I did too. And again, I appreciate the ending. I don't know. I want to talk about the lore stuff because I know we mean the same thing. For me, it's more like rules than lore.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. You get really
like
bogged down in mechanics.
Right. The couch cushion scene ends, if you recall, with someone having to like hand her something and tell her something. And it's like there's a lot of parts where ghosts have to quickly say something to her, like some rule.
Yep.
And it gets a little marvelly. It's weird. I need to define what marvelly means at this point, but it's...
We've said it before, though, and I was thinking the same thing and had made the same note because we've described like the nun and shit as Marvel.
Yeah. Where it's like, keep it simple. The dentist scene, by the way, ends with, I believe, the old lady beating up the ghosts. They do this thing where it's
she beats the shit out of him with a lantern.
Yes. They all like, there's like a room full of ghosts. This is the problem with pop horror in general. Is like pop horror in general, I feel like they sit down and they go, okay, every 10 minutes, jump scare. Every 10 minutes, we need a scary
I'm sure
thing.
I'm sure you're right.
Yeah, they can't slow burn. So that means that the first half is a lot of scares that don't mean anything.
And really meander. Like it distracts one of the clever things the script does, in my opinion. It completely distracted for me the idea that she took the flashlight with her. Like that's where the flashlight went. So it's breadcrumbing this idea that she can transport big things, but like because it's the first chunk is so distracted by all these meaningless scares.
Yeah.
You get to that when she makes the television disappear. Like that was the first time I registered it. Not until the very end did I run back and be like, oh, she brought the flashlight into the further with her.
Yeah,
like she's the one that brought it. That was a cool idea.
Very Insidious.
It's very Insidious,
and
then having her come back and having her be the one that shut the door on her younger self. I'm like, oh, that's like Insidious. Like they do some neat things, but it's boring.
It's one of the weird things about Insidious is that Insidious is technically a time travel series.
Yep. I always forget that until I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, right, this does have kind of like a neat little thing built into it.
Yeah. But like the moment, all right, Double Teeth. Double Teeth really bothered me. Because one, they kept going for gross.
Physically has them.
Yes.
And he's a human man. Sorry.
Yes. No, they go for gross, and I'm like, gross is cheap in a movie like this, where I'm like, I don't care about gross.
Well, when it's the first thing we see, because we see the little, not to derail you, but it's gonna add to your point. After that cold open, we get her in the dentist's office, and she's cleaning some really grody motherfucking teen boys' braces. So I thought, like you, oh, is this gonna be fun?
Right.
Like, because this is a little more.
Right. Is it going to be like Evil Dead-y? Like,
right.
Is it going to
more,
be like.
That's more like. That's kind of.
Peter Jackson.
It's more gnarly than Insidious is. That Insidious is not like. I don't want to say punk rock because it's not exactly what I mean, but Insidious isn't normally sleazy like that.
Yes. And it really feels like there was somebody who wanted that, and they couldn't get it all the way to what it needed to be. It really felt like there was someone who was like, I really want this to be like a Dead Alive type movie. And there was too many people like tamping that down, maybe in the script process or something. I suspect the director wanted it.
The director has the sole writing credit for the screenplay, but he shares credit for the story.
Right, that makes sense. But the dentist scene, like in general, so we get the old man and the dentist.
Some of that was all right.
Gross,
pulling the hair. If you're going for gross, it was all right for gross.
I guess it just, to me, this was like the epitome of all the problems with pop horror, where it was like, okay, yeah, the dentist part was okay, and then she doesn't call anybody in. She just kind of goes it alone, and I was like, that's kind of funny. And then the double teeth happen, and she flies backwards, hits her head,
knocks
and she's in
herself
the
out on the lamp. Yeah.
Because the moment I knew the teeth was coming, because it's in the trailer, I was like, how are they going to get out of that? What more? Is she going to just punch the old man? What's going to happen? She gets knocked out. We do Iggy Pop do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And then we have the scene where they all get beaten up by the old lady, which I still don't know how she did that. How did she do that? Does she have superhero powers? They do this like whoosh, whoosh, where you're like, something happened, and then she's there, and she's like, hi, I'm so-and-so. You got to go to this address and meet me here. And so she gets a piece of paper with the address out of it.
It's very, you just got your ass saved by an NPC in the first chunk of Resident Evil.
Yeah, and it's very like, yeah, it's Deus Ex Machina, because that old lady seems to have powers she doesn't have. She has to spout all these rules and lore at her. And then she wakes up in the dentist again, and the old man is still there. And she just gives him a look, and they cut away. And I was like, but then what happened?
Like, they cut to her in the stairwell. I would be
she
like,
just leaves?
I would call everyone in the office, and they're like, that motherfucker bit me with alien teeth.
Right. And here's the thing. This is a weird
Call
issue.
the police. Because if for no other reason, he bit her.
Right. Exactly. Call the police. And
Fucking
the other
creep.
thing on top of it, she's a dentist, right?
Yeah.
They establish her. That's what she
dentist.
does. I just want to point out that they have 3 dentist scenes, and she's seeing her boyfriend, and she's really
going back there. They really do. I didn't realize that until you pointed it out.
And it means nothing. Nothing about her character. Like, she's not actually like very medically inclined. She's not interested in this guy's double teeth. She's not like
doesn't pursue it any further. Yeah.
I thought they'd do a fun thing where like someone is like, one of the ghosts is like muffled talking and she understands them, because that's the dentist joke, right? Is they understand you when they have their fingers in your mouth. They don't, the fact that she's a dentist means nothing to her character or to what she needs to do. It's just for double teeth.
It's just for double teeth.
Yeah. It's just someone said, I have this idea that I've had for like 10 years. What if this guy had double teeth? And they were like, yeah, let's throw it in here. And it's just like...
And the first ghost she sees there, like in the scene where she's cleaning her boyfriend's teeth, is her mom's ghost.
Yeah.
That says, watch me. But we learn later that when she says, watch me, she's speaking to Iggy Pop.
Yeah.
Because he says, you can't stat me. And she says,
I don't know why.
So, like, why is she haunting her daughter with the words she triumphantly said to the bad guy?
Yes. Why do ghosts... This is a stupid question, but why do ghosts show up? There's a couple parts, like the flashlight under the bed, where it's like, why was that ghost there?
I think that was her mom too. Yeah, I think that was her mom.
Oh, it was her mom. Yeah, why is her mom?
Because it's nude legs, and her mom was wearing a dress in the shower. So I think that was her mom.
Yeah, I think you're right, but it's like, why? Yeah, why is she?
Why is she there?
It's them going why
is her mom haunting her?
Yeah,
like her mom bashed her skull in to trap a ghost in her afterlife memory to keep her daughter safe. Why would she then haunt her?
Right, especially once we learn that it's like the ghosts want to break her down with fear.
Yeah, it's just to misdirect the audience. I know. I'm saying it's rhetorical. I know why. It's just that it breaks the story. Is the point I'm making? Right.
That's the thing with the story with so many rules.
Yeah, so many mechanics.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sorry.
the fucking ending is...
That's what I mean when I say it feels like anime. When I say the lore dump, that's more what I meant.
Yeah.
A story is lore. But, like, I mean more like when there's just endlessly explaining, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do. I'm like, what, am I playing a game or am I watching a story? Like,
exactly.
Sorry.
No, the best horror movies are the ones... I feel bad having to compare this to Obsession, but that's the big horror movie out this year. Obsession, very simple rules, right? And there is stuff in the movie that when you rewatch it, you go, oh, that's why she was doing that. Where they still, like, why is she putting a vase over her face? The first answer is, of course, because it's creepy. The second answer is because she doesn't want to look at him because has this weird disease obsession thing that it's like the real Nikki doesn't want to look at Bear in that moment, right? So it's like you can go back and go like, oh, this actually has a reason why
and it makes
things are happening.
Makes it way more chilling, honestly.
Yeah, when you realize the reasons.
Yeah, me, not you, not me.
Yeah. And so like that's a good example of like nobody sat down and like explained all this lore. They explained the basic idea and then they did it. Yeah. And you can figure it out or not.
Yeah. It's scarier when he's not sitting there.
Yeah.
With his tutorial of what you need to do to beat the boss. It's like, Christ.
The backrooms. What is the rules of the backrooms? What is the backrooms? They give a general answer, but no one really knows. Everybody's speculating. That's part of it. Like the further would have been scarier if there was nobody to explain what the fuck it was. If they were just like, I think it's this.
Yeah.
Like if it was more speculative, but it's so bogged down with all these rules.
And they're so specific that they feel like they're quoting like Wikipedia on it. Like it's like, how are you this learned on the freaking limbo realm?
Right. How did that tattoo artist even meet this lady? And like, how did she, I don't know. I guess that's the shit I don't need to know, but it's so...
Right, yeah, because some people are... that we had enough for it. I appreciated that they condensed her into a single line, basically. Right.
But they do the thing, like, for example, she's like, okay, put this timer on and put these headphones on me, and I have to listen to this and go into a trance. And you better fucking take the headphones off when the timer's out. You better fucking do that. So I kept thinking, oh, she's not going to do that.
Obviously, something's going to happen where she will get taken into the further herself by Iggy Pop while she's supposed to be minding her. Obviously, something's going to happen, so she can't take those headphones off.
And it never happens.
And that's not what happens.
Why even give us the rule?
Why do that scene?
Yeah.
Why do that scene?
Yeah, they spend a lot of time on it, and it's like, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. If it doesn't matter, then like don't bog us down with these rules.
Yeah, don't put those parameters on the. It's almost animal crackers in the sense that animal crackers means a scene that doesn't matter. But in the sense that, like, where was I going with this? I mean. That scene's purpose is for her to talk to the old lady who can lore dump a bunch of shit at her. Right. So it could have just been them looking it up, or it could have been Lin Shaye contacting her again directly. Like they didn't need to. It's just like, it's like saying, we got to go to the store and get this milk. And then the next scene is them going to the store and purchasing the milk. It's like, did we need to see that then?
Or just have nothing. have that lady show up. And they just keep going like, who's that lady? And we know who she is, but the characters don't. And they like shit like that. Like that tattoo artist character who I liked, frankly, because it was like, okay, this is an interesting character at least.
Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah, but you realize you could take her completely out of the movie.
Yeah.
Easily. She's there to explain stuff and to create this heist where, what is the heist? She goes in, our main character goes in, meets old dead lady.
Mm-hmm.
They go together.
They lure Iggy
to the
Pop
red door
deep into the further,
but the red door is being guarded.
Where he already is, so I don't understand.
The red door is being guarded
Mm-hmm.
by the three, and they've knocked themselves out.
Yeah.
So the cop has to go next door and wake them up.
Yes.
So they don't fight
Correct.
them. And again, why doesn't the old lady use her magic fucking superhero powers? I don't know.
Like she does at the end to just invade the guy and make him wake up herself?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that shit. What the fuck was that?
That's the first Insidious, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess
that's
so.
That's what the evil bride does to Patrick Wilson at the end of Insidious. She just possessed that guy.
Right.
It's like, oh, that's right. Lin Shaye, you can possess people. Please possess those freaks and wake them up.
There's henchmen in this.
There are.
And there's a scene where
Henchies.
the villain turns to the henchman, basically goes like, you failed me for the last time.
Yeah.
And they get killed.
They get a Bob Gunn scene.
Yes. And the moment that happens in your horror film, you're not making a horror film.
This is Judgment Night now. This is Die Hard now.
Which is fine if you make it funny.
Just make it funny. Yeah, just go for it. What are we doing?
The moment they are being held hostage by ghosts and the ghost is like, bring her to me. And the ghost with the shotgun, bring her to the main villain. I was like, what are the ghosts talking about in that moment? There's a hierarchy here. Like why do the ghosts care at that point? I guess it's a cult.
Because this guy can bring them back to life, he said.
Yeah, but he already did that. So
right, they're already
like,
back to life, right? Why are they still listening to him?
Yeah, why do they care?
I'd be in my...
And then the ghosts get
like
mad.
Like we said, they're all like frenzied. They do get mad.
They beat him up at the end. They
kill him. They eat him.
Yeah. He's already ghost.
So, well, no, but he's alive at that point. But they're in the further. They're living things in the further.
Okay. That's
but
confusing.
He is... Right, so he is just going to go right... He's just going to appear there.
Right.
It's like, well, here I am again. Like he's not gone.
The
like is he gonna?
house.
Where's he gonna go? To ghost hell?
Yeah, I guess.
Sorry.
That's
she teleports the entire house. That's the big finale. Not a bad twist.
Cute.
Not a. It's cute. The whole movie should have been that.
I will argue that confused me too because she doesn't teleport, and I was like, I don't understand. I guess she knocks out every time. Is the idea that she teleports things into the further, and when she does that, she stays behind in the things.
So she fell over when she teleported. So in the further, she's still standing, holding the doorknob. But my question is, why wouldn't she have just teleported the doorknob?
Yes. Also,
because it didn't teleport the entire television. It only teleported the portion of the television she was holding, if you remember.
Right, but if the ghosts are alive, if they physically exist now,
I guess.
That's the question, right? Is because every time a human goes into the further, their physical body remains because the further is in a physical place.
But you're still very vulnerable to ghosts while you're in the further. They can invade your body.
Yes.
But they can't eat you.
Right. And that means she teleported. Wouldn't she teleport the house and all the ghosts would just knock out like she did?
I don't know.
And their souls would be in the further?
I'm genuinely not sure because when Iggy Pop gets to the real world, he's bulletproof, so he's not mortal.
Right.
However,
that's
when
confusing
when
too.
the dental dam guy, not dental dam, but the guy has his lips all spread open, he gets teleported but only halfway, so he dies. Why?
I don't know. They fucked it up somehow. They never explain it, which again, I'm like, I don't need it explained, but maybe there's like subtle clues or something in them. That's the sort of stuff where like, oh, you could rewatch it and go like, oh, I see why. But like, again, there's so many rules that you're left sitting there.
Well, that's what I mean.
Is there's so many rules. They're so scared that we're not going to understand that now we're finding inconsistencies because they pointed to the rules so much.
It's because they have rules that pile so much consequence in one instance, but in another instance, they have none.
Yes.
It's just it's like, which is it?
Yeah, video game. When you said video game NPC, that really clicked in my head because it's so much of like, come on, we got to go over here.
Yeah,
come on,
we got to
do
go here.
this.
Now we got to go here. Now we got to go
Or
here.
like a ride, where it's like there's someone being like, let's go over here, let's do this, we got to do this now. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of her being kind of led through everything.
A lot of Lemmy winks. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of an adventure vibe to it for sure.
Oh yeah,
she's like there with a literal lantern just being like, hi, we'll guide you through, this is what you have to do, and it gives her no agency like the main character.
No, not really. Not until the end when she has that big plan to teleport the house.
Yeah, she figures it out. It's just a fart. I don't know.
It's a pretty big fart. It's a pretty big fart.
As I said, there's some moments in this movie that I was like, I saw a movie it could have been. A part 6 they should have done. Where like people should have come out of this going like, I guess Insidious is funny now. Like, I guess it's batshit crazy funny now. Him barking in the fucking...
Yeah.
Barking. I was like...
Make the whole movie that.
Yeah. Just do that. Just do that. That was so... That I thought was legitimately fun, even though it was stuff I've sort of seen before.
Sure.
Doing like zombie-filled neighborhood out of the further, and you just have to like kill them with garden tools and guns. It'd just be like, fuck it. Because that idea of like what happens when they come out, they're like weirdly immortal, and I was like, oh, that's no fun. You know, like make them mortal. Fuck it. Make them just a bunch of bastards out running around or something.
Like gremlins.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, I just did not... I got nothing. I got nothing out of this. Well, not entirely true. I said the ideas that I thought were good and the things that I thought were good. But beyond that, this is just boring.
Yeah, I'd say the second half of this movie, I started giggling and I started enjoying it. I don't know if maybe in the way they wanted me to, because again, the grapefruit scene was one of those moments.
I was very loud. I don't know how you film that without realizing it's the stupidest thing you've ever done.
Yeah, I was like hand over mouth, like,
right.
What the fuck is happening
the
right
little
now?
Portraits.
When she cuts the lady's grapefruit in half, does she have a picture on both sides for her?
No,
I forget.
No,
just one.
Just the one side. Yeah.
It's real, like explaining a wormhole, folding the piece of paper, but taken to an extreme.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think of a good, because other movies have done this, right? Where they are scared people will understand something, so they spell it out in the dumbest possible way, and you're like, I got it. This is a lot of that. When oh God.
What
was
were you thinking
amazing. No, just the little
grapefruit?
shoot and the grapefruits, and
so good.
She's putting them around, and she's like, "You're over here, and you go over here," and then she comes back here,
and she's so like tossing out the commands and everybody's game plan is, what the strategy is, how everything's going to go down. Like, she's an old hand at this. Like, you do many ghost heists,
right? I don't want to Joss Whedon this.
Is this like your 12th or 13th ghost heist?
Does she tattoo she tattoos even the villain? Mm-hmm. She has a tattoo. How does she know what he looks like? How does she know what they look like?
That's what when we meet her, that's what she's tattooing. And she says, Lynn Shay doesn't speak to me. She sends me images, and this is the one she's been sending me. So she kept sending him that dude's face.
If you're going to do that scene, later have a scene where the villain walks up and picks up the grapefruit and goes like, what the hell?
What the hell is this?
Like, yeah, like if you're going to do that, have the hero hit him with the grapefruit later or something. Have fucking fun with it.
It'd be really sweet as if he picks it up and he's just kind of like looking at it, and then we cut away, and then the next time we see him, he's wearing it around his neck.
Right, yes. Dude, so I hate to Joss Whedon it, but have a scene where she's like, any questions? And someone goes, why do we have so many grapefruits? Where did you get all the grapefruits? Or like, you ruined all my grapefruits. Like, it's just like, it's such a stupid scene. Then
how much of your like budget is grapefruit purchases?
Yeah. Yeah, how many? I don't know. Again, I'm not saying they necessarily have to lampshade it.
No.
It's more just like have fun with it more than. Like, and maybe the intention is like, I do like a good movie that you feel like you get to laugh at and not necessarily with, where like, oh, they're taking it so seriously and it's so silly.
Yeah, melodrama.
It just felt like it was two in between, where it was like there wasn't enough funny shit. But there's the stuff that there was grapefruits.
It was pretty loud.
That was.
Oh man,
I can't.
There's a beautiful artist somewhere in here.
Yeah, Lights Out had a similar moment. When you were in the theater with me when the entire theater laughed. I believe you were there for that.
Wait, I'm trying to remember the moment.
In Lights Out in the theater, the boyfriend, I believe, gets picked up by the ghost, and then she turns on the lights, and he gets dropped.
Yeah,
because the ghost. And there's this whole thing about they do the mental health thing, the idea that she's trying to keep this from the boyfriend, and they get attacked by a ghost, and then she like right after is like, I'm so sorry, and he says, it's okay, you can be this way with me.
That's
and
right.
It was the choice of words was like, be what way? Haunted by a light ghost? You got dropped. You got picked up like a wrestling move.
You were getting throttled, man.
Yeah,
that thing was choking you in the air like Paul White, like the Big Show.
And it's like, I appreciate looking back at 80s horror where it's like, I do appreciate a good, funny horror movie that's not trying to be funny. This felt like it was trying to be funny, but not enough. I don't know.
Yeah.
Had some choice moments.
Yeah, there's some ideas that I liked, but overall, this felt too samey, too boilerplate.
Yeah. Standard issue horror.
So standard issue. I am ready to move on from this this era of horror, from the Nuns, the what have you.
That's the thing. It's not going to cut it anymore. Like, that's what it comes down to, is we've kind of hit.
I think we have.
Yeah, and I think it ebbs and flows, but like
it does.
I'm not saying we need meta horror, but I think we need to be more creative. Like, I think back at the first Insidious and the first Conjuring, right? And there was almost a quaintness where you went like the Conjuring credits are very clearly 70s throwback credits.
It's kind of a throwback movie in the way it's put together in some ways.
Yeah, and you go like, oh, I haven't had a good like Amityville in a while. Yeah,
it felt like fresh at the time when it came. And so did Insidious. Like that first trailer, when you see little insane clown posse, little Darth Maul demon, was like whoa! It was so unexpected. Exactly. And the movie was kind of scary. That first one was kind of scary.
Yeah, the first Conjuring and the first Insidious, I think, are both very good.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah. Are they my personal brand of horror?
No.
Not completely.
Not completely. They both have things that I like. And Conjuring was definitely more my speed, but I do like
I like Conjuring
Insidious
more. They're both undeniably, though, like well done and good. It's just that, at this point, what was fresh then is now like...
It's 15 years old now.
Yeah, guys.
Like the Conjuring universe, the Insidious universe, they're 15 years old. It's the same, it's still the same bag of tricks.
It's and like, that's wild to me that this is 6. I know. This is 4. Yeah.
I know. And there's been all the spin-offs, too, of the Conjuring.
Yeah. And it's like, what could you possibly have to fucking say at this point? It's just... What's a new jump scare? It's like jump scare school, these movies. Like they get a new director and that director gets to practice jump scares. Like that's what it feels like.
Yeah. I think like you had mentioned already, I think with Backrooms and Obsession coming out, I think sun's probably setting on this for the time being. We'll see how well this one does, but I don't think it'll do great. But we'll see.
Yeah.
My theater had a decent number of people in it.
It did. It looks like it's doing okay. It looks like it's probably a second place opening weekend. The thing is that I'm sure these are made for cheap.
And they're PG-13.
Yeah.
That's huge. And I suspect that might be, if what you suspect is true, and that there maybe was a version of this that was more leaning into it, but was pulled back, I wonder if that could be an element of it in order to preserve a PG-13 rating. It's not like they can make this dead alive.
Yeah, it's that thing where they made this for $18 million, right? It's the most expensive one, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I can see that because they built a significant part of the street as a set.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But why? They didn't use it.
For when the three people are I think it's those two houses. Like the two houses that they constantly move between. I'm pretty sure that exterior is a set for most of it.
So it's the biggest budget. It so far has earned the lowest of the franchise, which I'm not surprised by that.
No, it's the sixth one.
I'm surprised it has the highest Rotten Tomatoes score, but I'm like, all right, whatever.
Well, they changed the way it works too.
Yeah, that's true. Ghost with a shotgun. I don't know.
Ghost with a shotgun. She's taking out the trash.
Yeah, it is.
She blasts a rival ghost. Listeners, she Deus ex machinas our main character from a rival ghost. She fucking blasts it.
I forgot. Yeah. That was so funny.
A ghost was about to eat her, and she says no.
Again, an old lady gets tased in the neck by a cop.
Away. Yeah.
Why don't they have? It should have been all of this stuff.
Yeah. More of that.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Ghost with a shotgun is real like brain gremlin.
Yeah, it is. Just call it that. Insidious, ghost with a shotgun. They're like, what's the problem this time? Someone gave that ghost a shotgun. Oh, fuck.
I want that ghost head on my wall tonight. Whoever brings me that ghost head gets all my broads. I could do a lot of the trailer at one point. Hobo with a shotgun. Sorry.
That's amazing.
In case you didn't know what I was talking about. Probably a fair amount of people who didn't.
I still can't believe there's 6. What have they been doing this whole time?
Well, I think some of them must have been spin-offs, right? That didn't involve the Patrick Wilson and Rose Byrne family.
Well, the Red Door involved Patrick Wilson. Right. I remember that.
They all came back for that one, but I feel like maybe the other two didn't have them in it.
So 3 had Dermot Mulroney.
Okay, he's not Patrick Wilson.
Yeah, I do not remember. It's a prequel. Fuck.
That's too bad. We have to watch that immediately, Dave.
Yeah.
Dermot in a prequel?
The Last Key looks like it's also one without Patrick Wilson. This one is, god damn, second in the chronological. All right, so it takes place after Insidious 1, but before 2. I don't fucking know. It's about, man, I don't know.
You sound way too tired to explain it to me. I heard it drain the energy from you.
And the Red Door is the one that was made by Patrick Wilson. He directed it. That
wraps up their storyline, I think, right?
Yeah. I think I saw The Last Key. I think some of these. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. Do you want to hear? So in Insidious, The Last Key, you want to hear the name of the demonic spirit in that one?
Yeah, lay it on me.
Keyface. Keyface.
Keyface.
How is this not fun?
Oh, listeners, I wish we were a visual podcast so you could see my face. I couldn't speak for a few seconds.
He doesn't look like Keyface. He doesn't look like someone named Keyface. He just has like a skull, like that idea of like you could stick a key in his fucking nose or whatever.
Well, that's keyhole face.
Yeah.
Not key face.
Why aren't these more fun?
They should be more fun.
Son of a bitch. Keyface. You can't. God.
Should look like a James Bond Jr. character is what that should look like.
Yeah.
Should look like a villain from The Tick.
Yeah. Make these more fun.
Make it more dumb. Make it like the Annabelle Comes Home movie where you had like the ferryman and a werewolf. That movie was kind of awesome.
Wait, which one?
Annabelle Comes Home, I think. It's when it's a bunch of babysitters getting haunted at home and there's all these different boogans that they were clearly like, maybe this one has its own movie.
Yeah.
And they should have made the ferryman one. That one could have had a cool, stupid movie like this.
This reminds me of like the original Halloween sequels, right? Where it's like you get a gem in there, you get that's Paul Rudd. But for the most part, you're like, these are kind of farts, you know?
You also get you also get Michael Myers driving a car through a farm party, like ramming people with a car. He kills people with a car in that movie.
Vehicular homicide.
Yep.
So you
Michael
get these
Myers
moments.
he has a driver's license. It makes him elite among the slashers. Sorry.
No, you have these moments where you go like, that's a fun moment, that's a fun moment. But overall, they're pretty fucking bland, you know?
They're all, yeah.
And that's sort of that with this, where it's like, it's no fucking Friday the 13th part 6. And Friday the 13th also has some bland installments too. But
of course it does. Part 8, tragically.
Yeah.
As awesome and hype as it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking, and then, Jason Goes to Hell. You're like, that should be more fun.
It's pretty dull. Although the director's cut is better, but it's not fun. It's mean.
Yeah.
It's a mean movie.
Like, I've said this about Scream, and I'll say it about this. Insidious 7 in space.
Do it.
Yeah. Spaceship.
Insid.is.
Yeah.
It's like a satellite or something.
Yeah.
An orbiting space station.
Insid.is.
Insid.is.
Why not?
Yep. Get Al Pacino up in there. Sim 1.
Sure.
Hua! The red door!
Oh, all right.
And Al Pacino in the further.
Oh, yeah.
Looking around.
Not giving a shit.
I don't know.
Well, much like the Insidious franchise, I'm
somehow
kind
he
of
comes
out of gas.
back with a new baby. Al, knock it off.
Stop having babies.
Having children.
Al.
This one's going to live forever. All right, I'm done.
It's fine. It's whatever, man. I don't know. It's fine.
It's all fine. It's all fine. Keep cranking them out. I don't care.
Yeah, just make them dumber. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you.
I'm so tired. We have a Patreon.
We do.
Patreon.com/gamefully unemployed. We have exclusive podcasts on there like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman and Fox Mulder is a Maniac and Star Trek The Next Futurama and Spiel Boys and what else?
We have Brutal, our new Metalocalypse show.
Brutal.
We have Himboos. Did you say Himboos? Our new Supernatural watch along.
Yeah. Sorry, my brain skipped a beat because I just read who's in the Thread and Insidious Tales spinoff. At least right now, it's planned for Mandy Moore and Camille Nanjiani. So I'm like,
ooh,
all right, we got life in it.
There's some life. Yeah. There's some life.
But yeah, check out our Patreon. We watch movies every Friday night. We'll probably
watch some of these. We'll get caught up on the Insidious series on a Friday night.
Why not?
I think we did 1 and 2 back to back one night.
I think so. I think we've watched The Red Door.
I don't believe
I really think we did.
I don't think we did.
I really think we did.
I think you're a liar.
All right, people, put in your votes.
We also have a store. Head over to gamefullyunemployed.com. You can find a link to our Teespring store. We have all kinds of cool original artwork by cool original artists like Michael Vincent Bramley, Starlene Hodge, Justin Brown, and others. Please check that out. Please rate and review our podcasts wherever you're listening. And check out our other show, Badical, Badical. It's on its own feed for some reason. Also, wherever you're listeling. Don't know why I did that, but I did. Now it's its own show. So please listen to it.
Coming soon in the store, custom grapefruits.
Custom grapefruits?
Yeah.
They come in two varieties, my face and Dave's face.
Yep.
So they're not really that custom. You have 2 options. That's how you can customize it.
Every grapefruit's custom.
That's true. They're like potato heads.
Like
you can just jam whatever you want to into it.
Yeah. Sure.
Did you know that's what original potato heads were?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Did everybody know that? Listeners, do you all know that?
It's great. I love old toys where they're like the laziest fucking thing.
I think it's Depression era, right? So it's let's give them some googly eyes they can jam in a rotten potato.
Oh, man.
And some lawn darts.
Oh, bring back lawn darts.
Whee!
Hey, listen, our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can find him on twitter.com as the Corlew or go to shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our channel artwork is produced by Michael Vincent Bramley. For more of his work, go to mvbramley.art. Our episode artwork is by Justin Brown, available on Twitter as Justin T. Brown or at artnessbyjustinbrown.com. And finally, additional artwork is by Starlene Hodge. You can find her work at starlenearts.com or on Twitter as StarleneX. Cool. Goodbye.